I was in my house preparing food for my husband when the Interamwe came in.
If asked, most of us would say that name-brand laptops, cell phones, and other electronics come from places like Best Buy or Amazon.com, that they were made in China.
I cried for help. They immediately killed my husband. They shot him.
But that's just part of the story. Follow your favorite gadget back to where it came from before it was an iPod or a BlackBerry, and you'd likely end up in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. I did.
They took a machete and they cut off my leg.
I stood on the edge of a mine, surrounded by men and boys digging for the valuable metals that would become smartphones and laptops.
They had 6 children at home, so the Interamwe cut the leg in 6 pieces and gave them to the children to eat. But my child said, "I can't eat a part of my mother." So they killed my child. He was 8 years old.
I met survivors, like Generos. I listened to her story. I learned there are hundreds of thousands of women in eastern Congo with similar stories. Because the bits and pieces that keep our phones ringing and our laptops glowing are funding the deadliest conflict since World War II. It all comes down to resources. Electronics wouldn't function without certain minerals: tin, tantalum, and tungsten, which we call the 3 Ts, and gold. Armed groups in eastern Congo control the mines and trading routes for these minerals, profiting to the tune of hundreds of millions of dollars a year. To enforce their local dominance of the mining sector, some of the armed groups use mass rape as a weapon of war, preying on women and girls like Generos. I met Generos for the first time in 2007, but I already considered her a sister. I'd been sponsoring her for 2 years through a project I'd started called Run for Congo Women. Through Women for Women International, Run for Congo Women supports survivors of Congo's war as they rebuild their lives. Generos told me she had a new problem now. She'd gained weight since being sponsored. She was getting fat. So we hatched a plan. In 2010, we'd run together with other survivors in eastern Congo, in the heart of Congo's ongoing war.
Okay, on the market side, go! What you have proved today is that war cannot steal your power, that no violence can crush your spirit. They can even take your leg, like they took Generos's, but they cannot stop you from running for other Congolese women. They cannot stop you from being compassionate and loving.
As electronics consumers, we're all a part of Congo's conflict minerals war. But we can be a part of the solution. By demanding conflict-free electronics, we can stop warlords from profiting and finally help end the war that has plagued people like Generos and her sisters for far too long. After so many years and so many lives lost, it's time to say enough.